Short week this week, but it's not going to stop us putting in work. We start work on Tuesday. We may have fibre at last, and we may actually fix that hard drive, so I'm never going to lose everything again. We're back at the basement salvage project to see if it's dry. We have a train coming in with 1,400 tonne of Type 1. I'm Daniel, and this is Ashville Weekly, episode 66. I want to be Batman. You want it? Come and get it. When you're starting out and when you're growing it, for the larger ones among us.
They don't know what they're doing.
Backloads everywhere, but I can't swallow. It's open for everyone to come and get it, fisting it out, but I'm trying to get my foot in, but I haven't fully filled you in. I think we're gonna upgrade the vibrators. No nonsense, put it in. Grow up, Daniel. It's Tuesday morning, and I'm on the way to the yard. And this is the first time that I'll be at the yard in 2022. Happy New Year to all. Over the period between Christmas and New Year's, you saw the large pour that we did. After that pour, I didn't actually go back into the office. Truth be told, I know a lot of you aren't gonna like this, and it doesn't sound like me, but I wasn't looking forward to coming back. We got a number of problems within the business, which I need to assess, and it made me actually have a word with myself and think, what do you actually want to do? So I took some time, I had a look in the mirror, I assessed what was really going on. Something came to me, is that I want to be Batman. Well, I had to break that down. So what does that look like, being Batman? Do I have the resources to buy a country manor and build a 4-level basement underneath and buy ex-military equipment and spray it black and go around at night and manage to hide the fact that it's actually me doing it, fisting it out with petty crooks on a daily basis? Do I want to do that? No. So, nor could I. I don't have the resources to do it. So I had to scale it back to, what do I not want to do? I'm trying to reverse engineer it. There are certain things which I don't want to do. And I'm saying, well, why am I doing them? As everybody says, Daniel likes to micromanage. And then I had to think to myself, am I really micromanaging? And in some areas, yes, and in some areas, no. One of the areas that I really don't like dealing with stuff is the finance in the business. I don't know if it's because of personal relationships, but some of our customers decide to pay when they feel like it, as opposed to the terms and conditions of their account. Because of the personal relationships, they probably lean on the people in the office, maybe they lean on me, but that has a knock-on effect. When we don't have the money coming in, how can we pay people? Again, because of personal relationships, people then think it's all right to call and text me and say,
we haven't been paid.
I hate dealing with stuff like that. If anything gives me anxiety, it's people asking me for money, especially as I haven't been keeping a tab on it and I don't know what's going on, because why would I? I have an accounts department, and it then means that I have to go and do a job which I don't want to do. Hey, do we have money to pay this person? If not, why? If we do, when are they on the next payment run? Then I have to go and report that back to the person who could have just asked the accounts department themselves. However, in some instances, they have asked to be paid and they have been told they're on the next payment run as we're waiting for money because nobody has paid us. They then message or call me and say to me,
oh, they said this.
And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do about it?
Well, maybe you could have a word.
I have built my business on relationships and trust, but we're at a point now and a size where I can't just keep getting involved with things like that because I have more important things to do. So I'm gonna get in this morning and straight away try and put things in place. Just a note to say, in business, there are going to be things that you don't want to do. So it's on me now to reorganize and get things in place so I'm not doing the things that I don't want to do as much as I am doing them. And that's my thought for 2022. I'm sorry it wasn't the most positive of starts to the year. Regardless of if it's positive or not, I'm still here. I still got up this morning, still going into the yard, and I'm still gonna make it happen. I made a couple of bad decisions in 2021. I know I sound like I'm beating myself up. Now I'm feeling the impact of those decisions, and now I need to get myself out of them. Now, there's a number of ways on many levels that I need to try to rectify my mistake, but it's not easy when you're trying to manage people and at the same time you're trying to grow the business and you're documenting it at the same time. It means that you don't need to set an alarm clock. It means that your levels of anxiety will just wake you up at 4:59 on the dot. Straight anxiety. That'll get you up faster than any alarm clock, and it won't be one of them ones where you can roll over and go back to sleep. You're up and that's it. So crack on. On the 1st of December, we had all the Ashville merchandise arrive. As you know, we had a number of problems, and I realized that we weren't equipped for it, so we went on a recommendation and we used a fulfillment company. Well, that didn't go very well, because that fulfillment company made a number of mistakes. They even sent the same orders to people 3 times. Somebody even commented and said that if this keeps going, they'll have more lorries than I do because the amount of soft toys they got. They sent hoodies in the wrong size to other countries. We then had to pay the postage to bring them back. We have to send new ones out. They actually made a complete mess of it. Everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. So now I've had to take charge of the situation. It's 2 hours away. I've now had to pay them to bring everything back and bring it in-house. Note to anyone with a small business, when you're starting out and when you're growing it, your decisions will define you. And then once you've made those decisions, if you make a mistake, how you rectify them will also define you. On a lighter note, I now have all the Ashville umbrellas in our possession. Let's have a look at that. By the time you watch this, they may be on sale and they may not be, because we are still trying to fulfill some orders before we make an assessment of what we're gonna do. There we go. I am happy with the quality of it. So we now have all the merch firmly back in our possession, and the merch container is being used for what it was designed for, to hold our merch. First day back in the yard, really good day, very productive actually. A lot of the lorries weren't out working, but the stuff that we got done in the yard here and now the merch is back, really pleased with it. Chasing a lot of things up, emailing, calling people, and a lot of the people we called, nobody else was harassing them, so it was just us. So we got a lot done, I'm pleased with it. We actually sent out an email to everyone. A lot of people sent the emails before Christmas, before the new year, but we sent them out today about the 2022 price increase. Now, we've had a few customers push back and they don't like facing a price increase. And I spent many years treading on eggshells around certain things because I want to, you want to maintain relationships and there's things you want to do. But if my supplier is increasing my price by £4 a ton, like, there's no absorption possible. Like, I can't swallow the cost of that. And while it's unfortunate, the price of everything is going up. We can no longer use red diesel in the yard from April or May or whenever it is. The price of all aggregates has gone up. So for our clients to think that we should absorb it so they can increase their prices and make more money, it's not something that's going to happen. And I'm not being rude, and it's very unfortunate, but it's part and parcel of running a business for us and for them. Let's hope that we can continue to work together, because we do provide a great service for all of them, and let's hope they can base their decisions on service, because if you go and pay £1 cheaper somewhere else and then that person doesn't turn up, you could probably end up paying damages on that job, which will destroy all your savings and make you lose money anyway. And now I've seen what Hermes are doing with people's packages. I didn't know that they treat people's parcels like that. We will not be using them again. People say they are cheap. They are not cheap. What we've been paid for postage and packaging, we have lots of instances where we're paying double. So yeah, a good day all round. The work on the training room continued, and also we started doing a little bit of work in the backyard for the new lights that we're going to put up in the railway yard. Spoke to Southern Vulcanizing as well, and they have begun work on our new conveyor belts. Signing off. What day is it today?
I saw the Craig at BTC yesterday. He was on about that QPR game. Mm-hmm. He said, "Oh my God, are you going?" I said, "I don't think so. No, I said, we're going."
So what day is it?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday and I'm in the yard. Today is the day that the fibre is finally going in. As you can see, it is being fitted as we speak. We had a little pep talk here yesterday and everyone is raring to go. You know, like they say in Chinese years, it's like the year of the dog and the year of the monkey. Cam, what year is this year?
It's the year of transport this year.
The year of transport. The year. That means that our fleet is going to be used to its optimum. No empty running around. Backloads everywhere, innit, Cam?
That's it.
Say it louder for me, Cam.
The year of transport.
The year of transport.
Backloads everywhere.
Backloads everywhere. Finally, you'll see a long time ago when we lost all our information and I wasn't very happy. No doubt the boys will use the cutaway here. I'm furious! Today is the day. Today is the day when we also fix our QNAP hard drive. We have new chips here. We're going to dismantle it and we're going to put those in. Now, we used to have 2 chips working, but I believe now we're going to have 4, which is going to make it work even better. So hopefully I'll never be in a position again where I say, I'm furious! So we now have fibre and a working QNAP. Can you imagine, 2022? And it is the year of transport, but all these other things are going well, innit, Cam?
That's it.
Hello, mate. I've got a new password.
Oh, yeah.
This is to boot the computer.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Got a new laptop.
Have I? Okay, am I paying for that? Like, why have I got a new laptop?
Well, you were like, I need a new laptop. And I was like, do you want the yoga? And you were like, yeah.
Did I?
Before Christmas.
Did I?
Yeah.
I
Oh, needs one uppercase letter.
Oh, okay.
If I was you, my password would be the year of transport.
Exclamation
Capital T.
It's actually-
Training room, more or less done. We even have the bracket on the wall, and we have the power, and we have the Cat 5 points. Over here, this is going to be the area where we are going to have the patch panel and the switch. We're ordering a unit which is triangular, so it fits in the corner, and here is the power for it. If we have a look here, we'll see we have USB points on all the sockets as well, and if people want to hardwire anything, they can. But then I've realized I have no chairs. But then I think our spinny chairs, what we use, I think they might be a bit big, so I need some other type of chairs in here, but I don't know what chairs. But I don't like the chairs with the side, because when I sit in a chair with sides, my body generally touches both sides of the chair. It can be very uncomfortable. You know, you just want to hang off the side of the chair for the larger ones among us. Very good. In the railway yard, just making sure that we are prepared for tomorrow because we have a training. And walk past this lorry and I can hear this almighty air leak. So hold on, let me see if you can hear that. It's one of them things, I walk past it, you hear an air leak and automatically you think it's a puncture. If it's not a puncture, then I believe that's something we need to solve. That lorry's not out today because we're not at full capacity yet. But with the lorry parked up like that, Scania need to come out and they need to have a look and they need to get that fixed. I don't want it going out on the road like that, leaking air. Something we've been working on for a while, but I haven't fully filled you in because it didn't happen, but now it's actually happened. We've gone into a sort of partnership with one of the majors. They do aggregates, they do tarmac, they do concrete, and they had a depot round the corner from us. Now we've come to an arrangement of where the material that they were running into there, they have now diverted it to this yard. They will send their customers into this yard and they'll also send their lorries into this yard to collect. How that works is they run the training and we charge them a fee to offload, stockpile, and load lorries. If we require some of that material, they charge us for the material that we take out of the stockpile. The reason why I put the two separate weighbridge desks in is because they're going to put their system on one side and our system on the other side. So absolutely everything that comes in on the train, we run it through their system, and when we're taking some for ourselves, we put it through both systems, so we have a double record of it and everything reconciles. I'm really happy with that deal. I've been working on it for months. It's one of the reasons why I've been doing all the work in the yard, setting it up like this, because they set the standard high. So I didn't want to be in a position where they come into this yard and they say, what's this, what's this, what's this, that's no good. They had a walk around earlier. They're very happy with the standard here, which I'm really happy with as well. And all the changes I've put in, it makes the yard a better place, and it means that we need to do less work on a daily basis. We just need to maintain what we've got. Moving forward into 2022, and I hope either next week or the week after, we will have a different material coming in here as well. So we'll ramp up the Type 1, we'll help them to service all their customers, and then we want other material to come in here so we can begin to feed our volumetric lorries, and we may get another one, we may go up to 6, and we can also start selling to people in the local area who also do concrete, so they can collect sand and gravel themselves. Before I leave the area, we have been making the Jersey barriers, as you've seen, and we have almost closed ourselves off from the other yard, but we need to keep pouring a lot more because we need to section off for our walkway on the other side in an L shape. And we also need to continue with the walkway over in this yard where the tires currently are. So when you cross over from that yard, you can cross straight over to here, and we continue with the work to fit the LED lighting on the back of that shed so this entire yard is lit. Been spending a lot of time and a lot of money in this yard in 2021 to get it up to scratch. Hopefully all of you lot can see that the time and the work we put in, it has paid off. Now we need to drive some serious volume, sales, and the game has changed. It's not like before, oh, the material, I want to run it on my lorries, you can't collect. No, I'm going to get more lorries and do it all. No. Grow up, Daniel. You want it? Come and get it. Here's your price. Come and get it. You think we're competition? Not interested. You price the same job? Not interested. You might want to make different margins than I do. Come and get it. It's open for everyone to come and get it. Volume.
Thursday morning, and I'm not in the yard. I'm in a place that is drier than a cactus in the Sahara Desert. Yes, I am back at the basement salvage project. Can you imagine? And of course it's dry.
Now, the other day it started raining and a number of surprises came out of nowhere and everything on this project changed. We're doing repair work to the step because we believe that water was coming in from here and going down to the basement. We can see a water level on the wall of around this height.
I did tell the client, of course it's going to be dry, but now, so said, so done, and the proof is in the pudding. We are talking about the cinema we're going to do here. We're throwing ideas around. We are going to have panelled walls. We're going to have a massive projector screen. We're going to have some great surround sound. We're thinking about starlighting and fabric covered ceilings. We're going to have a second row of seating at the back here, and we're going to have bespoke sofas made. We're going to have a bespoke staircase made as well, which is probably going to have a steel spine, and then it's going to have transparent risers. So really happy that we've come back to this point, and we're going to start this job relatively soon. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show this gentleman some of the work we've done at the Stickerman's house. In the yard, the train has now arrived, so let's get that offloaded. back in the yard and I have seen that the training room is now black. But how did it get that way? Let's have a look. The train was successfully offloaded. We are now putting a plan in place for the work that we are going to do at the basement salvage project, which will probably end up getting called the basement salvage cinema project. That's what we'll probably call it. I've been splitting my time up a lot lately, and so far this year I've been working a lot on sales. You saw in a previous episode I was saying that we were looking for someone commercial to come on board. We haven't found anyone yet, so I'm actually doing the sales myself. And Terry's doing a bit of sales as well. So I've given Terry a date at QPR where Terry's going to invite some of his counterparts down, the people that he's dealing with in other companies and some of the people that he wants to do business with, you know, to form some new relationships and solidify others. It's one thing talking to someone on the phone every day, but if you can actually invite someone down and enjoy some competitive sport and have something to eat, something to drink, you know, you can form a bond and a relationship. I myself, I'm trying to deal with my counterparts in other companies like heads of procurement, MDs, and I'm trying to open some doors myself. And I've got some doors which are already open, but I'm trying to get my foot in the door that bit more. Because if we're providing you with concrete, why aren't you using us for skips? Why aren't you using us for material? So that is what I've been working on today, alongside all the other bits and pieces, and also trying to find out what trains we're going to run next week. At the moment it looks like it's only one, and again it's type 1. I had hoped it was going to be sand and gravel and ballast as well, but at the moment it looks like type 1, and the sand and ballast and gravel will be the week after. Let's have a look inside the training room. Now some of you are probably going to point out that yesterday I said that was going to be triangular. Well, the triangular one was a 4-week waiting time, and I'm not waiting 4 weeks. So we've got this one instead, which is quite compact. It doesn't take up a lot of room. We're just terminating the cables now into the patch panel. And I believe we have, yes. And I believe we have our little Netgear switch here. Again, trying to solve this alien problem in the diesel. And we're actually gonna try and start using a different fuel. So we're gonna drain down the red diesel tank here, and apparently if we do that and we change a couple of fuel filters, that should be good. And the new fuel which we're going to use is GTL, and apparently this GTL has the levels of I don't know, enzymes and everything in it, means that we're not going to get that problem, and it should protect all of our machines. And we can actually use the GTL in April when we make the change from red. So let's hope that works out. Friday and I'm in the yard. It's 5:54. I just did a watch through of episode 65, which is a very short one. Click here to watch that video because of the Christmas and New Year break. Earlier on in the day, the guys managed to do some work and they managed to fit the gate next to the new security barriers. So that's in place now, and hopefully we can connect the actual security office with some power next week. We carried on our work in the training room, but in the training room I've decided that I want some checker plates. So I bought 2 sheets of 2mm checker plate, and we're going to slice them up and we're going to fit checker plate all around the entire area, just so people putting their dirty boots on the wall and stuff doesn't damage all my lovely white paintwork. The other day you heard me say about prices and price increases with 2022 and diesel and everything that's going on. Well, somebody the other day when we got a training said they didn't want the material anymore because they shouldn't suffer the price increase because I should always suffer it. They said, fine, keep your material. And do you know what I did? I kept my material. But you know what happened today? We got a call that had come in and somebody took all of it in one shot.
Well done to Julia and Cam who did the sale, and immediately it was an emergency and our lorries started delivering, and the Arctics were even on it. Arctics and tippers flat out running to go and deliver the material, which was actually an emergency job. Speaking of Arctics, I can actually see that there's something wrong with the Arctic, and Scania are here doing a repair, but I'm not sure what repair they're doing. Said it in the past, I'm looking at a 6th volumetric concrete lorry, and probably next week I'm going to go and have a look at it. Trains are scheduled, and I'll keep saying this, but trains are scheduled for week beginning the 17th. So next week we have trains of type 1 again, but the week after, hopefully it is organized that we're going to have sand and gravel. So I'm thinking that now is the time to go and get that other volumetric lorry, because we have now one in John Radford to be sprayed in Ashville black, and then we need to do the artwork, bring it back. And I think on both the new Volvo volumetrics, I think we're going to upgrade the vibrators, because when the material's wet it sticks in the body a little bit. So when you turn this lorry on, you can actually hear the vibrator is deafening. It shakes the lorry, and it shakes you to the core. Like when you were young and you had a Mark III Golf and you had a Badman sound system in the back, you had bass in the back and you had 6x9s and it was deafening. You couldn't hear anything, but it wasn't the point. I think I need to fit vibrators like that on the 2 new Volvo ones. I've got a couple of Zooms to do. Now I'm gonna go and do some emails because I fell behind while I was doing the watch through of weekly. And that's all for Friday in the yard. A good day. Saturday morning and I'm in the yard. I'm about to go on a Zoom. This is the next meeting to go with the previous one, which I showed you when I was talking with Sam. Our architect. So today we're going to go over the revised plans, and hopefully we don't have too many more revisions, and we can soon submit these plans to the client, get them approved, get a structural engineer to have a look, and then we can start the job. And it's a nice, decent sized job that we're going to be able to share with you. Today in the yard, we are still continuing with the job I told you about yesterday. All the type 1 going into that site for the emergency. We have Arctics and tippers on it. So Simon is busy enough on the weighbridge and the boys are busy enough on the road. And there's not a lot of traffic on the road, so we should get the same amount of loads in between 6 a.m. and 2 p.m. than we would normally get between 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. So that's the plan for the day. Kevin is also in the yard. He's doing greasing. So he's going around greasing the cranes and greasing any of the manual points on the Volvo tippers. And at the end of the day, when the Arctics are done, on the back of those tipping trailers, there are manual grease points for that rear door. We need to make sure we stay on top of that, otherwise they can go bad pretty quickly. And then in the training room, so we're cutting up that checker plate. We're going to put that in place. And the television is arriving on Monday, but once I realized the television was arriving, I thought to myself, how is the teacher going to share the information on the screen? Now, generally I use an Apple TV and then I just mirror screens, but I thought, what if the person has a Windows laptop? So what we've done is we've opened up all the trunking and we're running a HDMI cable directly from the TV to the teacher's desk. So any laptop which the teacher has, the teacher can plug in and display what they have on their screen on the large screen so they can share it with all the pupils. Let's get on with this Zoom call. Hey, you're
just listening to you.
You're still pretending that you're at work with the work background, yeah?
Oh, don't give the game away, Daniel. Don't give the game away, please.
Hey, I just want to tell you, yeah, I am actually at work. Yeah, this is actually work here. Yeah, I'm not pretending. Yeah, this is definitely work.
On a Saturday.
Yeah, of course. Every day's a working day, Sam. You know how it goes. Sam, I think I'm going to be wowed here. Like, oh my goodness, look at this. Here we go. Ew.
Okay, so let's start with the basement.
Okay.
And then we move up.
You know when someone calls you once, twice, 3, 4 times and you haven't called them back, automatically you think it's an emergency. Now, Michael O'Donovan called me a couple of times last night and I was like, oh my God, what's going on? I called him back. And he said,
Look at your WhatsApp.
and I had a look at a picture of something. And then it came through from someone else. And then the same picture from someone else and someone else and someone else. And then some of the guys who work here, they started saying that people are sending it to them. And then they started forwarding me things from forums. So the DVSA, they pull over lorries and they check lorries everywhere. So one of our lorries was stopped by the DVSA and they had a look at it from back to front. It just so happens that at the same time they inspected another lorry and that person's tires were bald. It just so happens that they showed the stop and then they showed the tires, but they didn't say whose they were. Now, credit to the DVSA, they blocked out Ashville on the side of the lorry on the front and they blocked out the number plate. But how many people out there have black lorries? And how many people have done videos on their lorries when they customize them? Click here to watch a video on how we customized our 2 twin Volvos. Everybody started jumping up and down. They started sharing it, going mad.
Yeah, I knew Ashville, that rogue operator. What are they doing with the tyres? Oh, they don't know what they're doing. They're doing all this nonsense. Rah!
For everybody who knows about lorries, who says that we don't know what we're doing and the tires show it, etc., if you knew what you were talking about, you would notice that in the picture, the chassis next to the bald tire has loads of little holes in it because that's a Mercedes chassis. And our lorry there, as you kindly pointed out, was a Volvo. So therefore, unless I drive around with a Volvo chassis on top of a Mercedes chassis, that couldn't have been an Ashville lorry, could it? No, it couldn't. But thank you for sharing it round. And I think the DVSA would thank you as well, because I don't think the DVSA has ever got so many hits on their Facebook page. Let's have a look here. Here's the picture showing the Ashville lorry. There it is, look, it's all, they've done it. You know, like when you go into witness protection and they interview you and they cover your eyes and they give you a funny voice. This is kind of what it is. They've covered up the Ashville lorry. Then if we have a look over here, we will see the tire and the chassis, clearly not a Volvo chassis. Then if we come back over here, we will see the paperwork from the DVSA on that date with the registration of that Volvo telling us that it's got a clean bill of health. Here it is. There it is, a clean bill of health. Now, that's not to say that we have never been pulled over in the past and there hasn't been an issue, because you can get a PG9 for almost anything. You could get a PG9 for your tire being slightly underinflated. You could pump it up and the PG9 is removed and you can be about your way. The thing for me is the way people started jumping up and down and sharing it, and it was a bad thing. You know, people got really,
Yeah, they did something wrong. Look at this. Yeah.
for a minute, I thought I was going to be taken on Ivor High Road, marched up and down the road and stoned. There he is. Hi.
I know it! That was your lorry. You don't know what you're doing. How dare you make a living? Your lorries are contaminating the planet, but no one else's are, but it's all your fault. Your lorries have increased the traffic in the area. It's all you. It's not about any of the bigger firms. You don't know what you're doing. How dare you be here? How dare you have lorries? We hate you. You're a nobody from nowhere.
But fortunately, it's nothing bad. So thank you to everyone who supported us. Thank you to everyone who let us know. And thank you to everyone who shared it in loads of forums. Thank you from myself and the DVSA, because the page has never got so many hits.
So it's 2:30 Saturday afternoon. We were just getting ready to finish up, and the customer for the Type 1 job that we've been doing has said that they need an extra 200 tonnes. Luckily enough, it was a short week, and we've got a couple of drivers that have got a few days off next week. So we've asked 2 drivers to come in. They're going to do 4 or 5 loads each, all weighed up, ready to go. So they just got the tickets and they can get out and they can get it done. The sooner they get done tomorrow, the sooner they can go home.
Wait, just say that. And now walk off.
Yeah? Now?
Yep.
Let the penalty shootout begin. Let's hope we have more luck than last time. Yes! Get in. Not sure I like those Emirates signs being up there. Or not the Ashville ones, but you know. Come on, keeper. Oh, it's a good penalty. Come on, the R's, come on. Yes!
Get left goalkeeper.
Oh, nearly. But you already scored a great goal this season, but you took off your Ashville top.
Yeah.
Yes! Keep your Ashville top on this time. Oh, yes! Yes! Come on! Let's take advantage of the miss. Oh no. Oh no. Put us back in the lead. Come on, keeper.
Go right.
Oh, great goal. Great goal. Score this, all the pressure's on them.
Yeah.
Yes! What a goal! What a goal! What a goal! If we save or he misses, that is it. QPR through to the next round and we could get big Premier League opposition. Come on! Oh, great goal.
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely penalty.
Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. Oh. No nonsense, put it in.
Yeah.
Yes! What a goal! Well done. Oh, great goal, great goal.
They're all good.
Must score. Yes! And you have. Well done. Well done. Okay, this could be it.
The safest one.
Come on. Come on, keeper.
Come on. He's moved too fast.
Oh.
Too fast. Yeah.
Yes! The pressure's on you now. Come on.
Oh, keeper.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Well done.
Yes! The ball hit him in the face. Well, it was the sacrifice that needed. Oh, why the paramedics come out? So anyway, Wayne and I left. A great day. We got the result that we wanted. Hopefully we get a big club in the next round, not a small club like Chelsea, innit, Wayne?
Come on. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea.
Wayne's obviously a Chelsea fan. But no, a good day and a good finish to the week. A win on a penalty shootout. Signing off for Ashville Weekly. And that's it for Ashville Weekly episode 66. It's 66. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see an Ashville video that you may not have seen before, and click here for last week's video, which was number 65. You got to do that at the end of the video to let them know this is the card, so they can choose what way. Yeah.
All right. Give them options.
Yeah, you got to give them options. So when I say click here for one you haven't seen before, there may well be a video they haven't seen before.
All right.
So